magic and miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why is there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, because I've designed it myself during the last 9 years that I've been a coach, and because nobody spends as much time with and on their clients like I do. True story. All the information from me is below. 2 to 3 times per week, I rendezvous with all of my clients. And that does not exist anywhere on the internet, did not exist since I came on YouTube. And I created this frequency and this coaching specifically for my clients, okay, when they ask me to coach. So if anybody's repeating the same frequency and following the same verbiage, you'll never find another coach like me, etc. This is directly copying me. And that is not a person who works for me. I have nothing to do with this person. And so if you've been affected by a person like that, I'm really sorry and I sympathize, and I'd love to hear from you and about your experience. But know that I have nothing to do with this person. They do not work for me, and nor do I approve of that. This is my intellectual property, and they're not allowed to use it. And therefore, since they're copying me illegally, they do not know what they're doing. So I coach 2 to 3 times per week, like I was saying. With all my clients, you have the standard package of 2 to 3 times per week, and you have the deluxe package, of which 3 times per week is mandatory in this package. And in between, you have access to me via email and text messages, as well as audios, okay, if need be. Again, if you hear this anywhere else, it's basically copying me, okay? So I want to remind everybody as well that I have other packages on my website as well, like Bring Your SP Back in 30 Days, etc. However, on average, I find for a person to really deliver results that they want, 2 to 3 months in coaching with me is what's necessary, okay? And I really am intense about it. I do demand you show up to work, that you don't rebuttal my methods. If you could have done this yourself, you would have done so already, and that you really pay attention. If you do that, you will succeed, okay? Now, I want to remind again, everyone who is on my channel since the beginning, I no longer record deeply educational content. 2 months ago, over 2 months ago now, 2.5 months ago, I created something called monthly Magic and Miracles monthly audios. So this is a staggering package, actually. I'm going to raise the price like probably mid-July, something like this, because the amount of information there that you get is crazy. Okay, I've never recorded anything like this for my channel, nor will I ever. This is purely material for my book, and eventually I'll get to it, I'll write it, I'll publish it, but this is way more than a book. Okay, this is something that, you know, will transform your life. These audios are full of information about manipulating energy, magic spells, energy work, quantum physics, you name it, like interpretation of dreams. I talk about a lot of subjects that I've never spoken about on my channel. And this is entry-level coaching. You need to sign a coaching agreement, and you really need to understand those audios, just like everything on my channel, is copyright protected. Okay, it has my name on it. They're not to be distributed. If you're ever caught with distributing my intellectual property, you will be in deep doo-doo. Okay, like seriously now. So that is not to be distributed. Additionally, there are monthly videos. It's similar but different. Obviously, the videos, the audios, you get 15 per month right now, which I might cut back to 12. I'm thinking about it. I think it's way too much. Like it's like crazy. Like for $4.50, you get 15 audios per month. It's insane. So I might cut back that to 12 and make it a little more expensive, because I mean, it's like 7 hours of material. It's insanity. Like, it's real insanity. Like, when I was creating that, I didn't think it through. Like, it's really amazing, an amazing package. So if you like drop everything and sign up, before I like got to my assistant and told him like what to change on my website. So that's that. The videos are similar but different. Okay, more or less the same concept, but in video form. So I use visuals. Okay, I use certain things that to explain, drawings, etc. And obviously you see me talking, and I discuss similar subjects but differently. okay, because I'm able to visually demonstrate it to you. Now, also, in addition to that, I have what's called the Magic and Miracles Video School. Okay, so this is for somebody who cannot come into coaching with me for some reason. It's a one-shot deal, okay? It's $950, also super underpriced right now, so jump on it as soon as you can. It's 12 videos running through my coaching program. And I just recently rolled it out, and I've been hearing nothing but amazing things. Okay. So I was a little bit nervous because it's a do it yourself thing. It's 12 videos instructing you, like how to go through these exercises, what you need to do, step by step, like precise instructions. But I'm hearing amazing feedback. It's really helping people. So jump on it again while you can. It's $950 for 12 videos. Are you fucking joking me? I mean, listen, joking. This is like a gift. All right, seriously now. And I'm giving it to you so that you can do it. You can also book a session in addition so that, if you have any questions or whatever. But it's 12 videos like running through my coaching program. Obviously, you don't get to, talk to me one-on-one. Nothing beats coaching one-on-one. That's the ultimate, in order to see results, start seeing results like pretty straight away. If you're paying attention, like I said, don't rebuttal me. But this is something you can start with, okay, if you're in that position. So, and that's really all I wanted to say. If you have any questions, you can email me. Okay. And the other thing I wanted to start doing is that if you want to join my mailing list, just email me directly and be on my list. I don't quite know how to figure out how my website does these things yet. So, be on my mailing list by putting yourself on your mailing list by emailing me. All right, that's the best way. I will email you updates, new things, la la la. I'm thinking about creating another course just for magic spells. Okay, so I was thinking about it yesterday while I was walking my dog. So all sorts of good things so that you're aware, and when I go live and all this kind of shit, all this kind of beautiful shit. Anyway, so welcome everybody. Today's topic is the power of your energy over your SP. So this is like a mega fucking subject. We're gonna have fun. Let me just read some comments. Laura P. Love your dress, Anna. We'll listen to the replay. Thank you, darling. All right, that's Laura, my favorite person. Everybody's my favorite, but she's my favorite. You know nothing. I have been looking forward to this. Oh, that's so sweet. I can see that you didn't change your username still. Dancing Clouds. Hi, excited. My first live of yours. Oh, that's so sweet. Melissa Todd. Oh no, Anna is late. Anna is always late to lives because she takes care of a lot of people in her coaching. I was in the session and I always go over. Okay, but I'm never late to my fucking appointments. Everybody knows this about me. I'm early or I'm right on time. Dancing Clouds, is there a loading issue? No, no fucking issues. Don't worry about it. Hello, you know nothing. Okay, gorgeous top. This is a dress, actually. You can't see it, but yeah, it's a pencil dress. One of my designs. Looking elegant, thank you. You know nothing. I'm trying to manifest money so I can book some sessions. Help me with best methods for money. I am visualizing, imagining, feeling, assuming it, and claiming it, and now just expecting it. Money is so easy. I've spoken about this like super a lot of times. Oh, Kat V is here. Ooh, watch out, everybody. Everybody who doesn't behave, that is. I made it. I'm so glad that without Kat V, there is no live. Like, we already know the story. I made it. Got my paper. She makes me laugh just by appearing. She's so funny. Anyway, the amount of security that Kat V has done recently on my channel, being bombarded by whose operatives, copycats operatives. Oh my fucking lord. Until I sent out a message of warning, and only then she stopped. Oh my fucking lord. Anyway, yeah, we've been through a lot as a community here, like seriously. But I'm gonna have some good news pretty soon, so stay tuned. And I'm not gonna be announcing it on my YouTube. So you guys, if you want to again be part of my mailing list, you have to do that. Anyway, so back to money. Money is really easy. Here's why. it's very impersonal. It's very impersonal. So visualizing it in your bank account is the best way to materialize money. And if you have a certain idea of how it can come to you, just assume that that's how it's going to come. You're already programmed to believe that it may come in a certain way. And you already know what it feels like to get money. So just refer to those experiences when once upon a time you were wanting, needing, whatever money, and it just showed up to you. And I mean, I'm sure you know the feeling of getting money and being like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, I don't know about you, but I celebrate every single time I get money. I'm like jumping around and like a little girl. Like, that's how the relationship should be with money. Like, even if it's $2 in the street, I find I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is the best day of my life. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to be, and also it's like, feel it, give the feeling before you receive it, right? So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna wait for the money to feel happy then. It's like, feel happy now. It's like so attractive when you just like celebrating already. And also that's the most important thing, and this is what I teach a lot of my clients in my coaching. Don't be fucking stingy. Even if you don't have a lot of money, just go spend some money on yourself or on something nice. Feel wealthy before it shows up, and or give somebody money, not like out of pity or whatever, but out of feeling like you can, that you surely you can do something for somebody, like, or give something, not like money, but an object that somebody needs, or help somebody, like, just give, and it starts the circulation of energy, and inevitably you get money. Like, if you want to attract money in your life, go spend some money. See, I'm so fucking serious right now. But being specific about an amount, it's even easier. I mean, it's a little bit limiting at the same time, because the universe always can give you more. But whatever, if you need 50,000, you need 50,000, whatever. So just assume. And by the way, don't be so intimidated by asking exactly what you need, not just like what you can believe, right? But then we go into beliefs. So anyway, if you believe that you can attract a certain sum of money, and that's the only thing that you can believe, then start with that, and then prove yourself right and keep going, okay? And keep manifesting larger sums, but start with something and show it to yourself. So I wanted to go back to my topic now, the power of your energy over your SP. So this is what I teach a lot in my coaching one-on-one. Okay, and this is the most powerful shit. I already talked about this. And in fact, one of my clients recently said to me that I am an energy coach, which, you know what? Fabulous, whatever. I'll claim that title, okay? Energy coach. Very much so, because I think without energy, you're going nowhere. Okay, so if you really started paying attention to what kind of energy you're producing out there, the kind of energy you're thinking about your SP with, okay, the kind of energy that you radiate about yourself, okay, you will start like completely paying attention to how it's actually produced. Okay, there will be no mysteries for you, and you will know exactly what to work on. Okay, and if your energy for yourself, your own energy, is out of alignment, there's nothing you can do. You can affirm, you can fucking roll around in roses, you can, I don't know, this just came to mind. You can script, you can watch as many videos and whatever on YouTube. It's not gonna help you. Your energy is first things first. Okay, this is why, it really doesn't help to watch videos and this and that. It's only just to get familiar with a certain kind of teaching, to get familiar with a certain kind of coach, in my opinion. And if they resonate with you, go for it, right? So, but then it's all about you. It's your show. So your energy is really just dictating the kind of show that you're creating in your life. And so if your energy, again, let's just take money, for instance, before we go into the SP in particular, if you're hesitating about money, if you're hesitating to spend it on something that you really want, that is a really clear signal, really clear energy you're putting out there about money. Whereas if you just went ahead and trusted the universe that it's going to back you up no matter what, because you have the guts, so to speak, to go ahead and whatever it is you need right now and whatever it is you want to spend within reason, obviously, responsibly, but having that faith sends a really clear message to the universe, a really clear energy to the universe, was like, I am wealthy, I can afford this, I am expecting more money to come, so I'm not going to hold on to this money for the dear life. Like, that's a really bad situation to do to yourself, especially if you're like, in crisis. Like, go do something for somebody. So it's the same thing with SPs, right? So if you really want to start influencing a specific person, okay, and this is not a woo-woo magic, the voodoo stuff and this and that, this is literally what you're doing already, except it's time to like affect it on purpose, all right? Wouldn't you say? Like right about now would be the time. Okay, so up until now you've affected them in a way that you don't prefer. Okay, we know that. And it has to do very much to do with what it is you're thinking about yourself. That is all that it takes, okay, to change your own opinion about yourself, to radiate a different energy, to know that you're the hot shot, the golden Buddha of your reality in every department of your life. You got your money together, you got your, job, career together, you got your health together, you got everything together. You feel fluid, you feel on top of the world. You are like a superstar of your life. And then SP my fucking ass, like I usually say, okay? They will inevitably gravitate towards you even if they live on the fucking moon, okay? They will feel your energy. Like, you ever been around charismatic people who are really magnetic? Like, their energy is like shining from across the fucking room. And you're like, who is that person? Like, literally, like the emitting light or some shit, And you're like, wow, who is this person? I want to get to know this person. That's what energy is. Okay? So if you're not doing that, if you're doubting yourself, if you're in that programming right now where you're not important and you don't deserve to have them back for whatever fucking stupid reason, and they don't want you back, they don't love you, all of this is crap. Like, drop it, okay? And this is what I teach people to do. Like, shed that costume of a martyr and become the real superstar underneath it. Because listen, the more I work with people, the more I'm like 100 zillion trillion convinced that all of you are superstars. You just don't know it, okay? Even the people who do shitty things are also superstars inside. They just don't fucking know this shit. And that's why they do shitty things, which is why I've made my peace internally with people who do shitty things a long time ago. It's just that, momentarily everybody can get irritated. But if you can come to this point of not being affected by anything or you see on the outside, because you understand it's an echo of the past, of your reproduction of your energy, and you can go straight to work, to creating something new. That is what you need to understand. And ultimately, right, your SP is just, like I said the other day in the audio that I recorded, it's just a fucking handbag. Okay, you don't ask your handbag if they want to come with you. Your energy will dictate their behavior. And I teach a lot of other things one-on-one in coaching also, how energetically you can command them to do things. But for that, your own energy has to be so fucking intact. And it doesn't matter what's happening right now on the outside. That is completely fucking irrelevant. Like, so irrelevant. Like, do you care what is written in the newspaper that was here the day before yesterday? No. That's old news completely. And do you care if you're the CEO of your life, what are other like members of the whatever board are saying or whatever? No, you don't. So everybody's waiting on your decision. The 3D is waiting on your decision to get your shit together and emit a different light into the universe. And your energy will dictate that, right? So if you're getting up in the morning and you're grumpy, in other words, and you're not doing anything about it, you're not doing anything about changing your mind, and you're just kind of like desperate, okay, let's just take an extreme example, and you have the worst kind of outlook on life and on the situation at hand, even if it's not that bad momentarily, you completely interpret it in the worst way possible, nothing was going to change. nothing is going to change. But if you look at the same situation with some kind of curiosity and say, oh, how interesting, let me learn from the situation, let me just kind of understand how to handle it, let me learn how to turn it around in like one day, okay? That's the stuff of a magicianship. All right, because everybody's met with fucking challenges. The idea is not to shy away from challenges. The idea is to perform miracles every single day. So your energy will dictate that, okay? So your energy has to be intact, and then you can go to town on affecting as many fucking people as you want, yours be included. All right, and you can literally sit down and commend them, and I can't give away exactly what I teach in coaching, but essentially it's energetic work that is, oh my god, so precise, is ridiculous. It's scary, actually. All right, the stuff that I teach all of my clients, now if you're receptive or not, that's a different story. If it resonates or not, whatever. But you can literally affect people, you can literally affect situations like within minutes, within hours, within days. Okay, and so certainly you can sit down and with decision, with complete alignment of your energy, affect somebody else at a distance or in front of you, whatever. Okay, and completely tell them what to do and what kind of person to be, if you give a shit about that person being a different person or any kind of outcome that you want in a certain situation. And so the people, okay, that really know what they're manifesting, right? They're not afraid of challenges. So don't be afraid of your challenges right now. Don't idolize your fucking challenge. Be more invested in yourself, in the sense that not in a narcissistic way, but be ever so curious about what turns you on. What makes you happy? Like without the SP, I mean, like without anybody else included, just like you on your own. What makes you a fucking superstar? What kind of energy do you have right now? Because that will tell you the entire fucking story. Whereas like the same situation could be playing outside, and if your energy is of a fucking superstar, all right, and you worked on yourself, you can turn it around just like that. And the people outside will be on the outside, in 3D will be like, what the fuck did you just do? Like, what is this? What is this you're fucking doing? I've been told this many different ways, like, oh, you're just a witch, aren't you? Okay, whatever you want to call me. I'm a magician of my life. So this is what I teach people all day long. Okay, so I will open this up for questions. So if you have any questions, type away, okay? Cheers. This is Paris by Harney and Sons. My favorite. I love it. Nothing says, thanks, see you soon for session. Okay, great. Right, so your confidence is radiating through the entire universe. So don't you think that you are in command every single day of your life? Yes, of course you are. You just misplaced your attention on your SP, thinking that they are more important than you, that the money is more important than you. Money is not more important than you. Don't idolize anything ever. And again, this is not narcissistic to say, I'm not saying idolize yourself, but consider yourself the most important person in the universe. And again, not in a narcissistic way, but in the sense that you are creating the energy with which you're going to be met later, okay? So you might as well invest in that, don't you think? It's nobody else's responsibility to make you fucking happy, all right? You're the one who should be happy, and then expect what you want on the outside, if that makes any sense. You know nothing. I can't help but laugh. Yes, I love the way you talk. You help me back into my power. Oh, thank you. Right. So, and keep in mind, right? This is what I really wanted to say. This morning I got up and I was brushing my teeth. This came to mind. You're a multi-dimensional being, okay? So you are far more powerful than you even fucking realize. So this SP, this like speck of dust, I'm sorry. Everything is imagination, right? Everything, we live in the 3D, but we really live in this kind of like, how can I say? The matrix, the computer program. So they're just like an imagination. So imagine You're idolizing something you created out of your imagination. Okay, that's a little bit like, silly, right? When you really start like thinking of it in these terms, it becomes a lot easier. Okay, you gotta be so aware about your own energy. Like, I work with people a lot, right? So I'm so aware of their energy and I know exactly what to tell them. I can read their energy. Okay, there's some times that I can literally tell what it is with their body that they're doing, meaning like if they have some kind of a thing going on with their body, or if they're hesitant, I can read their mind, okay, energetically speaking. Okay, so you have to be so in tune with your own energy that you're picking up on other people's energies. So if you know how to pick up other energies, then you know how to send that energy towards somebody else as well. I'm just giving you diamonds and golds right here. This is what I realized when I was, I don't know, I was really, really young. I want to say 16. Yeah. Because I experimented. This is what I really wanted to say, but I kind of like hesitated. But fuck it. I was 16. I think I was 16, 17, whatever. And my first boyfriend, he was a playboy. I think I told you this, guys. And, kind of like all over town and this and that. And I'm like, you're not gonna be like this with me. You're gonna fucking idolize me. You're gonna be like kissing the ground I walk on. All right. So I already knew things about energy work, and my maternal grandmother taught me quite a bit, okay, by that time. I mean, since 12, I started learning. And it was like, it's nothing weird. Like, I'm Russian, okay? Russian American, American Russian, whatever, however you want. I'm an American who was born in Russia. And it's nothing weird. It's kind of like a situation where you learn things like these, okay, about energy and all the stuff. It's pretty common over there, is what I mean to say. And she taught me things, and she taught me how to manipulate energy. All right. Now, in Russia, it's called spells, okay, magic spells. That's what it's known like, everywhere, basically around the world. But what it really comes down to is that you're affecting somebody else's energy, okay? And I did a few things on him. Okay, I was just experimenting. I just wanted to see if it works. And oh my fucking God, it worked so good. You don't even understand. This guy was so obsessed with me, it was a little bit scary. And I really mean like scary. He zoomed in on me like in like the first week we started dating. It was like he became a different person, like a completely different person. He was so zoomed in on me. It was all about me. It was a little bit annoying. I have to be honest. Um, and he is still fucking gaga. Like, I'm telling you, he's still like, I mean, and here's the deal. When you do this kind of energy work, you have to be very on purpose. You have to be serious about this. Like, it's almost like you can't change it once you do it. All right. He's still obsessed with me. Like, I can literally call him up right now. He's married with 2 kids last time I checked. And I bet you money he would get on the fucking plane and come to New York if they give him a visa, that is. Okay, Dancing Cloud 8. The topic of take off pedestal comes up often. What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, like I said, the pedestal needs to go. The pedestal is for you. If there's anybody that belongs on the pedestal, and again, I want to stress this, don't misunderstand what I'm teaching here. Okay, I'm not teaching fucking narcissism. I'm not teaching treat others unkindly or anything like that. But you have to pay attention to your own energy. Others will not give you validation if you are not giving it to yourself. You need to start with yourself. If you're the center of the universe, if you're the one who's producing the outcome and you're the one who's manipulating people, then who is it to look up to? I just don't understand. You know what I mean? So it's a kind of like, how can I say, misinformation that we've all been under at some point or other. Okay, at some point I forgot all about what I was taught by my grandmother, and fell under the influence of a couple of other people. I was intimidated, okay? I was very young and, alone in New York by myself, and, I felt a little intimidated, forgot about my power. And then I started remembering. But you guys know my story. Ketvi, I catch myself with that. I have to remind myself these people or things are from my mind. Right. It's so from your mind. I mean, literally, it's a little bit spooky, okay? Things that can come true. That you say under your breath. This is why, like, a lot of people come into my coaching, they say, I predicted things once in a while. And, I can say something and it just literally comes true. But this is something you don't have so much resistance towards, right? Like, I certainly had that. Like, I predicted so many fucking things under my breath. It is ridiculous. Okay. I'm afraid to say things because, or even to like think them in the way that I do. And this is what I try to teach in coaching, because there's this really powerful thing that I'm trying to explain now in my coaching. And remember, like, I always evolve as a coach also. I would be amiss if I didn't do that myself. I always try to explain exactly what I do myself so that others could learn. But there's this one thing that I really do where it's like so much energy is concentrated at once that it's literally like, that's it. I just did it, And what you're really doing is that with that energy, you're going into the ultimate reality. But there's also something else you're doing. You really are so specific about an outcome and you're not so hung up on it. Meaning, like I said, I'm afraid to say it because I know it will come true. That kind of power. So with that, though, the perception of your own power has to fucking change. If you're thinking you're not powerful, then the universe will not give you the power. It will oblige and say, okay, fine, you're powerless. And that's what will be on the outside in your 3D. Ketvi is laughing. I forgot what I said, but I guess it was funny. Dancing Cloud 8. The way you phrase it makes sense. Otherwise, the energy has a doubt. Right, exactly. That's so powerful to understand this. Okay, if you're doubting yourself, if there's even a little bit of hesitation, is not as powerful. That's why the delays. You're affecting your own creation. And listen, when I say this, I don't want to sound like the other fucking dumbass coaches out there who are like so into blame mode. I'm just saying this is how you affect your manifestation, just the fact of it. It's not to blame, it's not to feel sorry about it, it's not to feel bad about it. It's just how it works, right? Like the math of it. All right, how does it fucking work? Like, really practically speaking, if you introduce doubt, it distills your power. It's not the same. It's like it waters it down. All right. So like imagine if like from the time you were born, you were so fucking powerful. You were Jesus, okay? What's the religious people woke up right now. You're really powerful. You can walk on water, all right? And you can manifest miracles. This is why children are so good with manifestation, which is why, listen, honestly, I wish children were taught this from the very beginning, because it would be so much fucking easier to live in a world like that. But the thing is, you were born this way, and then at some point you're talked into giving up this power and paying attention to what the fuck is on the outside, whereas like the complete reverse should be taught, where it's like, fuck the outside, what is it on the inside of you right now that's going on that you're going to outpicture. And so yes, if you're doubting, you're delaying your manifestation, versus if you went back to that childlike, belief and knowing your power, like, yeah, of course I can do anything. Of course I can be an astronaut. Of course I can be a ballerina, whatever, you know what I mean? I can do anything I want. That kind of like non-resistant state, then, you know what I mean? Like the universe is like butter in your hands. Because you're so convinced that you can do it, then you're doing it. This is what I meant. I also meant to bring up in one of my lives, and so glad that my higher self just, reminded me. There's this scene in Star Wars, okay? Who is this little weird looking thing with the big ears? Somebody remind me, please. And the spaceship was in this lake, and I think Luke is on the shore, and this little weirdo, the little old looking creature, and he's like, you go ahead and try and lift it out of the pond or whatever. Yoda, thank you. I knew somebody would know. Yoda. Sorry, I'm so bad with names. I'm lucky I remember my own. Anyway, just kidding. And he's like, go ahead, you try. And he's like, he's trying it to do it with the hand, and it's almost kind of like coming out, and then it's not really. And he's like, oh, it's not gonna work. And that's because he's doubting himself. And the Yoda went and like pulled it out in 3 seconds. Because he's like, it's about your concentration. I forget exactly what he says, but it's about your knowing. It's about your belief. It's about up here, essentially. And yeah, if you believe, it's like you can literally lift mountains and do all sorts of crazy shit. Whereas like to other people, it would be like, how the fuck did you just do it? So going back to your SP or other people, it's crazy easy if you give yourself back the power and you remember, first of all, okay, let's start with this, that you created that person. Okay, now if you go back in time right before you met them, some people tell me, I had a dream about this person before I met them, or I was fantasizing about a person like that, or some people literally write down some things and this and that. Sometimes they leave out some very, really important things, but nevertheless, okay, you created this dude or this girl, okay, like really from scratch. I know how I created my SP, okay, from scratch, like down to the like what he does for a living, eye color, all that shit. I know exactly how I did that, and I did this like in 3 seconds. It doesn't take so long to create. It doesn't take so long to change things. It doesn't take so long to jump into a parallel reality. Okay, it just literally takes 3 seconds, and it's like the saturation of the energy that goes out from you with yourself knowing precisely what you're doing at that moment. Okay, like I am, and that's it. That's all you need. This is what I'm going to create, and this is what I'm going to manifest. And it's not even like, see, like when people are saying, I'm manifesting something, like it almost sounds to me personally like you're trying too hard. Okay, like I'm manifesting, like I'm chopping vegetables. That's what it sounds like to me. It's not like that at all. It's so easy, it's so seamless, it's so instantaneous. It happens like a click, goes off in your mind, and it's like done. That's it. You're there. And now just chill the fuck out, all right? And go do some other shit that makes you happy, and wait for this something or someone or a change in circumstances to appear. And it's miraculous what happens. When I tell you it's miraculous, it's fucking miraculous, okay? It can take an hour, it can take 2 hours, it can take a week, 2 weeks, whatever, all right? But you will see exactly what you produced in your mind. And so long as you don't fucking doubt it, okay, every 5 fucking minutes, it will come about, but precisely the way that you scripted it, or just visualized it, or told yourself that this is what's going to happen. But the feeling behind this instruction that you're giving, okay, to the universe, it's literally the best description I've got is, I have to be careful what I'm saying right now because I know that I'm putting in an order and it's definitely going to come true. So it isn't a matter of like, is it going to come true? Is it possible? Fuck that shit. No, we've done that already. No, that is not the conversation. The conversation is, I have to be careful what I'm saying to the universe so that, it's going to make it come true. So I have to really make up my mind. Okay. But in that moment, you're literally transferring yourself to that reality. And if you are in that reality, you're already with the USP. You're already with that money. You don't act like you're not. Do you understand? You don't transfer yourself to a reality, which is all of you do this, okay? All of you do this. You transfer yourself to a reality with just a simple wish. Let's just say let's take nothing. And, it goes like, I don't know, how much money do you want? You know nothing. Let's take you know nothing example, and I'll show you. I mean, I've talked about this before, but it's okay. There's like so many people now on my channel, so they're gonna wanna know. You know nothing. If you're still with us, please tell me the sum of money. 100,000 pounds. Oh, you're in is that pounds? Yeah, you're in Britain. All right. Fabulous. So 100,000 it is. England. England. I love when people say England, not Britain. It's a little bit more, I don't know, elegant. So, all right, 100,000. So is it believable to you, first of all? Really quick question. Boy, it's midnight in England, isn't it? Yes, it's believable. All right, very good then. So then, you know what? Here you go. You wish for 100,000, and now the 100,000 isn't in the invisible, in the ethers. Okay, I mean literally, like, so serious about this. You don't need to lift a finger necessarily to make anything happen around it, other than just feel the vibration of the 100,000 around you. So if you had this $100,000, or excuse me, so used to saying that 100,000 pounds, or whatever it happens to be, wherever you are in the world, then what would you do? Like, here you go, 100,000. What are you doing next, right? Are you booking coaching with Anna? Are you, whatever, paying off some bills? Are you, what is the immediate thing that you're going to do? All right? Really, like, have you got a list that you're going to follow? Because it's going to be really exciting once you get the money, and you're probably going to maybe need a list, so you're responsible with it. Okay, so yeah, here she goes. Yeah, coaching, bills, and the trip. Okay, fabulous. So write it out. This is how I manifested money all the time. Okay, when you're specifically pointing out, okay, I'm gonna pay this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do this, da 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 da. Now it becomes more real, all right? Because you're like super programmed now to expect this money of like, all right, so therefore, I don't know, my mortgage is paid, or my bills are paid, or the coaching. I'm like so happy I'm going to be in coaching with Anna. Not for nothing, but yeah, I do a good job. And I'm going on a trip. I'm so excited. Wow, that's gonna be so fucking fabulous. Okay, and I'm going to save some money or invest some money, etc., etc. Whoa, now it's like it's reality. So now that you're in this reality that this 100,000 is going to show up, you gotta sustain this aura that you have of a person with 100,000, with an extra 100,000, or whatever it happens to be in your case. So you're not worried, okay? You're not thinking about how you're going to pay this, that, and the other. Okay? You know that this money is going to come over here any minute now, or whenever it needs to, okay? Don't stress about it. But the thing is, that's it. It's done. I'm so serious. And your job is just to be that person the rest of however long it takes for you to manifest it, with joy and intensity, okay, is the fastest way. To be that person on purpose, waking up in the morning, going to bed, thinking, oh yeah, I've got this money. But notice the difference, please. Okay, please, s'il vous plaît. It's not forced. It's not forced at all. It's like, wow, how much fun. Wow, how much fun. Wow, how much fun. I've got the money. Well, holy shit, it was tax-free. It was so easy. Didn't have to do shit for it. Other than wake up and check some email, that kind of situation. You can put this as a condition also. Like, don't have to work for it, tax-free, whatever. Just showed up to me. And somebody will call you, something will come up, some fucking class action lawsuit, ba ba boo ba boo, and boom, here you go, 100 grand. Marvelous, darling, simply marvelous. Same deal with your SP. If you're creating somebody new, or if you're bringing back somebody and you want to change them, or whatever it happens to be, same process, right? You know the essence of this person. This is way easier, by the way, to me, all right? Because it's personal. You already know this person if it's somebody you know already, or you already know what you like in people. Okay, you can kind of construct a person in your mind, with this color eyes and, hair and this occupation and this money and this background, blah, 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 blah. Right? So, but if you know this person, it's like the easiest shit in the world. And I keep talking about it, and people think I'm bragging, but it's not true. It's literally the case. If I ever wanted anybody back, I would manifest them like 1 to 3. There's only been one person that I wanted back in my life, but I'm not going to discuss my personal life here. Only in coaching, only if it helps you to give my example. So if I wanted somebody back, I already know them intimately. Okay, I already know like their scent of their body. I already know what it looks like to what it feels like to look in their eyes, to touch them, to touch their hand, to talk to them, hear their voice, put anything I want on them, like they're apologizing or the whatever, they're licking the gem of my toe. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the easiest shit ever. Now here's the deal. And I already spoke about this in that video the other night that I recorded. If you've got resentment and anger towards that person literally receiving the message energetically, again, that you don't want to talk to them. All right? If you've got resentment, you guys, it ain't happening anytime soon. All right? It's just not. You're going to have to part with that. If that person is really somebody you want back, all right? So hold on 1 second. You know nothing. You're amazing. Thank you. I'm feeling my power right now. Oh, thank you. That's great. That's what I'm here for. Dancing Cloud 8. I definitely created him. Oh, he goes. Oh, it's a he. Sorry. Not sorry. What am I apologizing? Thank you, rather. Is what I mean to say. I definitely created him, says Dancing Cloud 8. 2. Definitely created him too. Though I said no beard, but he is a Virgo and super groomed and love it. Oh, well, the beard is easy to shave. I've had guys, I've made guys shave off their beard many times. And by many times, I mean like 3 or 4. I'm like, if you want to be with me, the beard has to go, please. We can't have this conversation anymore. Never again. Yeah. Something about guys, when a girl talks to them like that, it's like, they're like, no problem. Where's the razor? Anyway. Right. So you created that guy or girl, you know their essence. And so if you know their essence, it's like just put like when you spread perfume throughout the house or the incense or whatever, it's like that. Their essence is here. And so they're here, they live with me, let's just say, or I'm getting ready for a date with them, or something like maybe you cooking a dinner at home with them. So you feel like somebody's here, their presence is here. Okay, and you feel really like I feel kind of like sexy. You know what I mean? Like, let's just pretend, fast forward, you got over your resentment, you guys worked it out, and now you live together, everything's fine. So that kind of situation, you can you can create that in such a short period of time, provided, again, parenthesis here, you got rid of the resentment, you really came to certain conclusions about the way you created this version, the past version versus the other one. And usually people make a big deal about the resentment because they take it personally. Okay. And I completely understand. I've been there. But what you have to understand is that that version showed up the way that they showed up because you yourself were thinking something already going into this. Okay, you had some drama going on yourself, with your beliefs, with your emotions, whatever was happening at that moment. That person simply reflected back to you. Like they did not have a choice. Like, seriously not. Okay, so that's what I also work a lot on in coaching, because it isn't personal, even though it appears that it is personal. Okay, this person had no other choice but to show up this way because you already had this energy going on. So that's how much power you have. Okay, so imagine if you have that much power of creating somebody who acts like, whatever they acted like, you put that on them because of your past programming, because of your whatever issues, and this and that and the other, drama, trauma, panorama. But now reverse engineer that and expect like a diametrically opposed result, and be just as amazed at those results. So like if I'm speaking from you, if I'm capable of creating the shitty version, I'm also capable of doing the opposite. I mean, it must be that I am. It's not that I'm like an expert in manifesting shit show people. No. Oh my god, I'm having too much fun. Oh my god, too many gummy bears. And not what you think, sugar ones. I love the gummy bears, they're so great. Um, you, you're not an expert of manifesting the shit show people. You just don't know that you can manifest just as easily, if not easier. Okay, easier. The good stuff. You just haven't entertained that idea because you're so used to. Okay, chances are, if that's what your struggle is right now, with a version that you don't prefer, you're so used to receiving that. You're so used to being the people pleaser, perhaps. So used to being the one who caters constantly and never receives back, that you haven't given yourself the opportunity to experience that instead. Because that feels foreign. That feels like, woo, what's that? Kind of deal. I don't know, like, woo, all of a sudden I'm the shit here. I'm like the queen of the world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The queen or the king of the world. Yes, yes, you are. You've been all along, like parenthesis here. That's the story that we're doing here right now. You know what I mean? So giving yourself back this power, just even contemplating that you have this power and you've had this power all along, listen, that's where the magic starts. Honest to God. This is where the magic starts. But when you're too used to the drama, trauma, panorama, it's like you can't see anything else. You can't see anything else. Dancing Cloud 8 says, yep, my drama, trauma, panorama is not being chosen. Right. Well, a lot of people, you're not alone. A lot of people in my coaching have that. Yeah, not being chosen. I don't deserve this perfect relationship. I don't deserve them. Not good enough, not attractive enough. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, you are. I just want to tell you right now, everybody is deep down. Okay, this is not like how can I say an empty promise. No, you are. You have reservoirs of talent, of qualities. Most certainly, okay, if you're tuning into my channel, 99.999% chance that you're a kind-hearted person. You're a good person. You want to do good by people. And so therefore already you are like ahead of the game, out there. So you not knowing that, you're not appreciating that about yourself, and you completely looking at reality through like these kind of like these glasses like that completely morph things into something else. Like when you walk up to the mirror in one of these like I don't know, like attraction parks where they make you look like fat or super skinny, these kind of like distorted mirrors. You're looking at life through distorted glasses, okay, of your beliefs. That's literally what you're doing. Okay, so if somebody didn't know what you've got, Ketvi says, funhouse mirror. Thank you. Ketvi always has the answer I need. Yes, funhouse mirror. That's what you're looking at your reality through. But except it's like glasses. Your beliefs are literally make you act in a weird way or think in a weird way about yourself. Where on the surface, if somebody looked at you, be like, doesn't make any sense. This person is so kind. This person is so beautiful. This person is simply magical. Why are they having problems? This is why. Because beliefs. Golden Beads, welcome back, darling. How glad to see you. I am. I'm just in a really good mood. That's why I'm laughing. When negative, fearful thoughts come, do I flip them right away or just become aware of them? You already asked me this last time. You gotta rewatch the last live. Um, flip them right away or just become aware of I am presence. You asked me the same exact question last time, like literally, and I gave you a whole like answer. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna repeat myself. How to stop fighting the negative thoughts? Okay, I already gave you that, darling. Please rewatch the last live. We had a whole conversation over it. Do you not remember that? Anyway, we're talking about energy, and I hope you're doing well today, because you told me you were in pain last time. Right. Oh, this is what I was going to say before I forget. As I was brushing my teeth in the morning, I was like, I always, the way that I channel, I always hear things, in my head. And I know it sounds weird maybe for some people, but not to me. That's how I operate since very young age. That's how I get guidance, etc., etc. Golden Beat says, "Oh, sorry, my bad." No worries. No, I didn't mean it like in a negative way. I just already discussed it, so you just, you can go watch that if you want to a refresher. Right. So I hear things, and that's how, I mean, more or less what channeling is. You're tuning into some guidance. You're tuning into information that otherwise you wouldn't have gotten, and this is what energy really represents to me. Energy is simply, again, the portal to the parallel reality where you want to be. And if you get yourself in the vibration, I'm giving you gold here, okay? If you get yourself in the vibration of what it is you want, like 100,000 or the SP or the apology or whatever the fuck, you have to be that energy, okay? And then all of the components will start getting attracted to you. The guidance, the messages, the money, the whatever the fuck you need to do. You need to be that reality first, and then you'll overhear things in your mind that will guide you. And it's kind of like this. And if I can describe it, I will literally hit a home run here. It's kind of like approaching the way you go into that portal and get through the portal on the other side to the new reality is like this. First, you get into the feeling, you become the feeling, you become that reality first. In order to be a match to it, you need to create that, okay? And then it's kind of like approaching a house full of, party goers, right? And you overhear the party from afar, and you can tell that people are partying, you can tell that people are talking and laughing and this and that, but you can't distinguish yet what they're saying exactly, okay? And all of a sudden, as you're getting closer, now you hear distinct voices, now you hear conversations, etc., etc., etc. So the closer you get to your reality, in other words, first you get certain glimpses, first you get certain ideas, and all of a sudden it zooms in on you, or you zoom in into it, okay, rather, and all of a sudden, here it is, crystal clear. This reality is now here. You merge with this reality, you're in the reality. Okay, first it's like the little kind of like echoes, first kind of like the voices that are distant, no. And you kind of like picking up on it, the guidance, the signs, the whatever. And then the more you going in that direction, the more you trust your energy, that your energy will take you into that portal of that parallel reality in which you have everything you want. You will inevitably end up there, and it will become crystal clear. The creation is here, just like you knew that it would be. Okay, so if you're in a shit show situation, start being a match to a different situation. And the more intense you are about it, you will end up there in a very short period of time. I hope I really explained that well enough. Golden Bead says, thank you. I had to see my doctor for the anxiety. I guess mental health comes first before manifesting, stuff like coaches say. Yes, it does. Mental health comes first. Definitely so. Uh, but you know, you should I'm laughing because I'm looking at the next comment. You should definitely take care of that, is what I meant to say. You know nothing says, wow, you explained that so well. Right. And that's what I do. That's how I understand it. That's how I create all the time. And the other method, I just explained it to you. If you caught that, I mean, that's just it. All you're doing in coaching, understand, I'm not teaching you, some magic potion number 9. I'm teaching you how to be more of who you are, because you're already a superstar. Okay, you just put on a costume of somebody who you really are not. And that is years and years and years of programming, of doing some bullshit that doesn't belong to you. This is why you're having such a tough time. And then when you're in that kind of like playful state, and you know that how, I mean, obviously I teach you how I manifest, and we go like over and over in some cases, like over certain topics, etc., until you understand. I love explaining everything over and over because I really want you to understand, and many people that come to me are beginners, and not, I didn't say it like whatever. This is what I'm here for, but it has to be that you understand where the priority is to become the version of you that you really are. All the techniques in the world will not help you if you're not the version of the person that you really want to be. Okay, it starts with you, because that is a permanent change. Because a lot of people come into my coaching, they change something here. They always say, oh yeah, affirmations helped me for like split second, and then it turned back to shit. Okay, yeah, this is why it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. You need to become a different person on a cellular level. Like literally, if they went into laboratory with a piece of your skin and looked at it under the microscope, they would be like, the energy would be like shining bright, from that cell of yours or whatever. I'm having fun, of course, but you know what I'm saying. So it has to become that you're breathing, living, thinking, feeling this reality. You've become a perfect match to what you say you want, vibrationally, on a cellular level, in thoughts and all this kind of stuff. And it doesn't happen overnight. Now, once you cement this state of being, then it, of course, becomes like a piece of fucking cake. But this is why you don't start with affirmations and techniques and this and that. You start with yourself. And if you get yourself to a place where, you've shifted, you've definitely shifted your perspective, you've definitely shifted who you are, that is huge, may I tell you. Huge. This is a huge thing in your life that is an investment, certainly money and time and all this kind of stuff. But that is what the work is. It's not about, you know what I mean, like reading 900 books and this and that. I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong. I've done that. That's great. But the book isn't going to tell you anything about you, and is not going to certainly give you advice what to do in your own case, which a coach is supposed to do. Parenthesis here. Um, and if you know, then you know. Sorry, I get so thirsty when I talk so much. So that's the deal. Your energy is king. If you could just understand that profoundly, that you are like, your energy is literally magic. Like, it is magical what can happen. You contain all elements that you want. So it's like you are, I don't know, like the factory of magic, right? And so how much sense does it make to idolize anything if everything is within you, you know? And all you have to do is be that person who knows that, okay, and who radiates that knowledge, and therefore isn't fucking intimidated by challenges, but accepts challenges as a fun thing, quite frankly. All right. Now, obviously, manifesting certain things for challenges is fun. But you get to choose even which things to manifest as challenges only, and which things you really, really don't want to manifest. You get to really custom create your universe. And as a reminder, seriously, again, sign up for my audios because I'm literally going to raise the price in like 2 weeks for sure. We're at the end of June. If you want to try that out, I share so much there. It's every other day you get an audio, as well as the video school and that I talked about in the beginning. But a lot of people are here now. That video school is literally running through my coaching program, and you're doing it on your own, but the very like very essential information there, how to do the exercises, how to go through the coaching program yourself, instructions galore, and it's like 30 minutes each video. It's 12 videos, 30 minutes each, so basically like 6 hours worth of material, and I explain everything, how to do everything. If you have any questions, and this is for somebody who can come into coaching, obviously, and if you have any questions, book. You can book a session in between the watching the videos. I send them to you like 3 times per week. Excuse me, 3 times per week, and some of them do require for you to watch a lot of the video several times for you to really kind of like process it. It will be in the instruction. But nevertheless, I send 3 of them per week because it's a monthly package. But literally, you can, again, keep those videos and rewatch them. Again, the same kind of like situation is that you cannot reproduce it, you cannot sell it, you cannot gain from it. It's copyright protected. But that goes without saying. Agent. On King David, I don't know. I have no idea what this comment means. Anyway, Melissa Todd. Hi, Melissa. Hey, Anna. This is Immortal Coil. Oh, okay. That's so funny that I remember that. My SP decided to get a job next to a place that I frequent often. My rational mind tells me it's a coincidence, but I could be wrong. No, it's not a coincidence. I don't know. I wasn't at a place where I was ready for my SP when I met her a while ago. Uh-huh. Okay, what's the question? So now you're running into her all the time? I'm not sure what the question is. Okay. So that's what that's how to travel to that reality. What you're really doing all the time is traveling realities. We're all reality travelers, okay? You're not really creating something else. What you are creating, though, is creating energy within you on purpose so that you can be a match to a parallel reality. So in terms of, time travel and this and that, you could literally go back in time, okay? Hypothetically speaking, but I'm, a little bit more kind of like deeply educated on that than that. It's not really hypothetical. You could match up with frequency and go back in your past. It's right there. It hasn't gone anywhere. And so everything exists at the same time. So in this way, if it's easier for you to imagine that, past, present, and future coexist, so does the reality in which your SP is a different person, or SP is with you, or whatever needs to happen is that you want to create. It's right there. And the only one who's kind of like changing frequencies is you. So on any one day, you can start with something shitty and turn it around just by changing your frequency. You kind of like, you're a remote control, a human remote control. All the chakras that you have, those are the buttons to press, okay, of your remote control. That's the human body, okay? So usually, sometimes people share with me in my coaching when they radiate out of their heart, like something warm, or they're creating with their energy out of their heart. That's what you're really doing. You're affecting the world and connecting with the parallel reality in that way. Okay. Melissa, I'm still waiting for you. If you want to ask your question, I just don't understand what I'm answering here. Okay. But it's not a coincidence by design that your SP chose that job next to your place, next to the place that you frequent. And so you could do this in a second. When you have worked out your own situations, Um, and you become this person who is completely in sync with themselves and knows how to manipulate your own energy. Therefore, you know how to manipulate other people's energies. You literally are the master magician. That's it. You can jump into another reality and you can communicate with your SP and you can influence them, put thoughts in their heads, put feelings in their hearts. I mean, you can do crazy shit. Okay, but of course, all right, disclosure, always, you have to be benevolent for two very important reasons. Number one, bad chat comes back to you. Number two, when you're being evil, your power is very limited. This is a friendly universe, darling. Okay. Melissa Todd. Well, I haven't put much thought into it because I've been focused on myself, so I find it strange that she's popping back up. Oh, come on. You manifested this, take credit. I was wondering if I was reading too deeply into things. No, you're not. What is too deeply? There's no such thing. You manifested this, so you must have summoned her. Nothing would have happened like this. A whole person appears in your reality, and you don't want to take credit for it. A lot of people would be pissed off with you right now. A lot of people who want their SPs or want just a sighting of them, a lot of them are in my coaching right now. You manifested this. Consciously, unconsciously, doesn't matter, okay? So, but nothing really comes into our lives that we do not allow or accept, okay? All right? So, there's certain things, especially with specific people, when you're tuning in to a certain frequency, that's the frequency you're on, okay? If you're curious about something or someone, that will manifest in your life, okay? Period, the end. It's pretty kind of like straightforward from where I sit. Okay? All right, so I'm not gonna go on too much longer. I think the main two things that I want to say, four things. Number one, focus on yourself as usual, okay? You really have to get to know yourself. Energetically speaking, intellectually, all of that stuff has to be your priority. Know thyself, all right? If you don't know who you are, you ain't going nowhere, darling. Like, really, I'm sorry, but it's true. So turn off the fucking YouTube and start getting to know yourself. And whoever can help you do this best, hi, how are you? Not saying I'm the greatest coach in the world, but, something like it. I love helping people. I think that has to be, you have to resonate with the person you choose. Okay, I really derive enormous pleasure in explaining to people who they really are, what is really possible for them, and seeing the change. Oh my God, like that's I have the best job. This is why I'm doing this also, in addition to my other businesses. This is like derive the most pleasure out of this. So know who you are. Understand your energy informs everything and everybody. Okay, and understand how you're creating it. Pay attention to how you're creating it and take credit for your manifestations. But also, if you want to be more purposeful, tune in with the right parallel reality, and know that when you amass this amount of energy and it goes very passionately and in the direction, a very precise direction to what you want to create, it doesn't take that long. It takes like 3 seconds, but you have to do the work first, and then and then things can start turning around like 1 to 3. The manifestation in and of itself takes like seconds, okay? So that's the summary of everything I just said. Golden beads. How to detach from pain, discomfort while manifesting healing. Thank you. I have a very good, I think I told you, I may have told you. I have a very good meditation on my channel for health. I think that's how I titled it. Yeah, it's a really good one, and I've gotten some really good feedback about it as well. You can try that out. It's a visualization, obviously. but you're in pain, and I can almost put my money on it. I don't know why I said almost. You're in pain because there's some emotions there that you do need to process. Pain is a warning that something is emotionally wrong. That's it. I just gave it to you. Nothing comes by accident, especially when it's like in your body. It's trying to get your attention about something. And you told me about your jaw. Maybe it's about something that you want to talk about. It's literal. The mind is literal, right? The mind-body connection is literal. The jaw is like maybe something stuck in your jaw. You're refusing to talk about something. A lot of pain, maybe. And I know that it was because of the surgery, this and that. Still doesn't matter. Nothing is by accident. Everything is with, with purpose, designed like that. Nothing is a situation that was just like hoopla, it just, happened. Like, no, it's literally by design. It's not a coincidence, in other words. Liz S. Hello, Anna. Hello, Liz. I'm late getting here. Yes, you are. Very late. You're gonna have to rewatch it, darling. Okay. Melissa Todd. I guess I have to ask her since she's following me now. No, don't ask. What are you going to ask her? Am I manifesting you? You are funny. Melissa Todd. Oh, do you have subliminals on on your site? What do you think about those? Yeah, I've been asked this question so many times before. What I think about it is that it's a waste of time. Because it's subliminal, so you're not paying attention to what you're changing. It has to be that it's deliberately changing your subconscious mind programming, not some kind of subliminal voice talking to you. No. It needs to be deliberate. It needs to be precise. I'm not, it's like, it's kind of like similar to that would be, oh, yeah, just go ahead, create my life. However, I don't want to be involved. Like, no, please, no. You need to be like an engineer. You need to be very precise about your creations. You need to be precise about everything you're creating in your universe. Here comes the spammers. Let me take a screenshot. Have that discussion with my lawyer later. So, all right. So I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. So if you have any questions, right, if you want to book a session with me first, and then discuss, thank you, Ketvi, and then discuss coaching, that's fine, all right? So if you're making up your mind, blah, 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 do watch more than one video of mine, all right? I come well pre-advertised. You have a lot of material to look at. I'm very direct, very honest. I demand results, meaning I show up to work, you show up to work. All right, so on average, 2 to 3 months, okay, is what I find that is sufficient. However, if it takes you longer, that is okay. Please don't be so impatient with yourself, all right? So, but within a month, you will see the shift, okay? It's just how much work do you want to get done with me? So, but by the time you're done with me, you're a different fucking person. I can put my money, I totally guarantee. If you show up to work, if you don't rebuttal me, right? So you can first book a session, then, you can go to the monthly, okay? The month to month, and all the other packages are on my website, but the coaching is the main, the main event, all right? Thank you so much, everybody. Melissa Todd says, makes sense. All right, darling. Ketvi, I reported that one, so thank you so much, Ketvi. What would I do without you? Nothing says, I was looking forward to this since this morning, and now I know why. Thank you so much. Very powerful talk and confirmation. Oh, you're so sweet. See, things like that make my day and make my life so much brighter. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for listening. Go rewatch. This was really good. And until next time, ciao, ciao. Oh, wait, one more. Ricky Jigs. I love your content and I genuinely want to purchase a session with you, but I want to know why you focus on SP so much. Because people ask me to. Because people ask me to. Thank you, says Dancing Cloud 8. Melissa Todd says, dang, I missed most of the live. You can rewatch it. I'm going to sign off and you can rewatch it. Thank you. Your lives offer a lot of value. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Katvi. Big kiss. Ciao, ciao. Bye.